our team to do the presentation to you today. However, I'm very pleased to see lots of participants to join the meeting. So thanks to BCA to have us have to sit our team here to present our products today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Noi. So I think that you can start the presentation about BCA now. Yeah.
Okay. If that's the case, may I invite Mr. Aran? Kun Aran, are you here? Are you ready?
Mr. Aran, please raise your hand so we can spotlight you.
You can chat and say hello, Kun Aran, so that the admin can allow you to unmute. Hello.
Mr. Aaron, can you raise your hand?
How to spell his name so I can find him quickly? Aaron, A R.
The raise hand function is in the reactions. You can go to reactions and then you can choose raise hand.
Okay, good evening everyone. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Okay, thank you. It's been an honor. I'm a little nervous right now. Is my my microphone all right?
I think you are joining with two devices right now because it's a little bit of like a distracted voice.
Okay. Hold on a minute. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. Is it better now?
Yes, it's more clear now.
Okay, okay, sorry about that. Okay, shall we begin? It is my cue.
Let's go ahead.
Okay, now I will share my screen of our presentation today. Let me try. Okay, can you guys see my PowerPoint now?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, then I shall begin. Okay, Okay, good evening again, everyone. Xin chào, ladies and gents. I am Alan. I am MD of Alan Intra Group. Today, I'm going to share with you the insight of Dustar. This includes the story of Dustar and information on the products. But first thing first, you must be surprised, right? That I'm a man that represents my company instead of some beautiful lady to do the presentations. Well, I just want to show you that even a man can fall in love with Dustar. Okay, now, without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Okay, the story will begin with my other MD, Mrs. Chusi. She is basically the owner of Dustar. She's a woman in the picture that hold a green bottle, as you can see. That's it. Mr. Chusi, she is the owner. Okay. Now, like 4 years ago, Miss Chusi, she met a 72 years old woman, but despite her age, she looked so young. And then Mrs. Chusi asked her what her secret of her youth, and the answer is the sesame oil. She said that she applied the sesame oil on her face and on her skin daily in the morning and the night, and from then on, Mrs. Chusi, she tried to formulate her own serum from the sesame oil, and that's how a sesame oil serum brand was born. You might be surprised that Mr. Chusi, the woman in the picture, can anybody guess what her real age is? How old is she? Can you guys guess? Well, I think not. Okay, Miss Chusi, she is actually 63 years old right now, but as you can see, it looks like she doesn't age a day. Yeah, and you guys know why. Dustar, that's the answer. Now we come to the $1 million question: that why we use sesame? Why sesame at all? Okay. Beside the story that I told you previously, is because sesame is an effective ancient medicine. It has been used by the Chinese and the Indians for the past 1,000 years for both its medical property and as a food, of course. It's helped to moisturize your skin, reduce skin inflammation. It can use to treat your hair, your nail. It helps to reduce wrinkle. But most importantly, it is non-sticky and non-greasy, and unlike any other national oil. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Dustar, we even have our own sesame farm located in Ubon Ratchathani, Thailand. We plant our own seed in the farm by collaborating with the local farmer. Okay, we hire the local farmer because they know what they do best, and they are great people. Okay, fun fact, I dare say that we are one and the only cosmetic company that utilize the sesame oil as a cosmetic product, like a serum, you know. You can try and Google serum naman, which means sesame oil serum in English. You can try to Google this, and our product will be the first one to show up on the first Google page. As you can see, pretty amazing. Huh? Okay, now we come to the secret of the success of Dustar, the Omega Light. And what is Omega Light? Omega Light acts as a whitening agent for our product. It is what extract from the natural ingredient like safflower oils and omega-6 fatty acid. What it does is it will help with the skin nutrient delivering process. to carry the nutrient to the deeper layer of the skin, which means it will make our serum to absorb and onto the fat layer of your skin much faster. Leave no trace of oil on the skin, make our serum non-sticky and very light texture. Okay, now let's talk about our brand certifications. As you can see, we are GMP certified and FDA certificated. We got an FDA number on all of the star products. And here is the test result. Well, actually, Thai law doesn't require we to send the product to get the test, but we do this on our own because we want the buyer and the customer to feel safe and confident that our product is 100% safe to use in the long term. Yeah, so our product got no sulfates, got no celoid, no paraben, no colorants, no mercury, and no alcohol, which make this star product suit for our skin type, whether you are a man or a woman, or at any age, just like me. Okay, I believe there are plentiful reasons why you should use a natural skincare product, right? And that's why our brand is heavily focused on using natural ingredients. But I do believe that many of you already know the merit of using natural ingredients, so I will skip to the other part. Okay, let's see what happened to your face when you use too much chemical skincare product. It will cause inflammation and acne, sensitive skin, and a lot of dark spot or back scar on over your face. And even worse, some are permanent, unfortunately. Now let me introduce you to our 5 skincare of the star, which should cover all of what you need in one day. We got the Star Sesame Sunscreen, got the Star Sesame Facial Wash, the Star Sesame Hair Serum, the Star Cream, and the star of the show, the Star Sesame Oil Serum Plus. We will start with this one. The Star Serum Plus, it contains a lot of amazing ingredients, which we pick especially for your body and skin care product, like safflower oil, echem oil, balloon white extract, and sunflower extract. Now, the Star Sesame Oil Serum Plus will help you get a whiter, brighter skin, look younger, help reduce all the wrinkle, the freckle, and acne scar. It's very easy to use. Just put a few drops on your face or on your skin, and then massage gently, and that's it. You are good to go. Our serum can use with your favorite cosmetic product like a cream or other serum, and with sunscreen and many more. Here is a close-up look at 8 of our ingredient. We got a sesame oil, omega light, safflower, balloon white, vitamin E, VCAP, echem oil, and lastly, sunflower extract. Now I will talk about our cream. What this do? the cream will help you to retain a moisture under skin and prevent water loss, which is the cause of skin dryness and skin dehydration and premature aging. It will make your face look younger, brighter, and more radiant than before. And just like our serum, it's very easy to use. Just dip this in, dip your finger in and put it on your face, and that's it. Then massage gently. This style cream can also use on a regular basis, like in the morning and in the night. It works great to use with our serum plus, because the serum alone, although it is very good at delivering important nutrients to your skin and more intense than the cream, but it just that. It just absorbs under your skin. In case that you are people that are 50 years old or older, or the person with very dry skin, the serum alone might not be enough. You need something to coat or to cover your skin like a blanket. That's why our cream come in to help fulfill this need. The next one is our sunscreen, the Star Sesame sunscreen. Okay, I believe that the sunscreen is the most important and most essential of all, because too much exposure to the sunlight will make your skin to age faster and age more drastically. And worse, it will cause skin cancer. That's why using sunscreen is very crucial. Our sunscreen is a 2-in-1 formula, which means when you use our sunscreen, you are no longer need to use a foundation because it is already in there. There are two types of sunscreen: is a chemical and physical. Okay, the difference is the chemical one will absorb right under your skin. It will make your skin to protect against the sunlight. And the physical sunscreen will coat and cover your skin and deflect the sunlight and UV light away, which in my own opinion, I believe that the physical sunscreen is a far better option. And we use a physical sunscreen in our product. It's a 24-hour protection, water resistant, and suit for all skin type. And also our sunscreen will protect you from the blue light. The blue light is from your mobile phone or your computer or the fluorescent light, which make the Star sunscreen perfect for both outdoor and indoor activity. Okay. The next one is the Star Sesame Facial Wash. Okay, let me talk our facial wash. One of our best selling products so far. This one is not a normal facial wash. It contains micellar water 2-in-1. Normally, when you wash your face, you need micellar water to wash away all of the makeup, right? To clean your face properly and thoroughly. But our facial wash is a micellar cleansing formula, which means you can use this one and it's clean both your face from the dirt, from the oil, and also it's also clean the makeup on your face at the same time. This one is very good. We got a lot of positive feedback from our customers. And our product is also it's also a non-SLS. SLS is known commonly as a sulfate. Sulfate is what causes foaming. It makes your face feel more cleaner, but in fact, what it does is the sulfate will make your face more dry, which will lead to skin dryness and skin irritation. Since our product is SLS free, you will feel more soft, your skin will be more soft and more hydrated. And after using our product, the skin will also be much cleaner. Here is the list of our ingredient. We got 8 ingredients in our facial wash. All of them are the very best to use for on your skin. You got amino acid, passion fruit oil, yogurt powder, hydrolyzed milk, olive oil, papaya extract, and trehalose. Okay. Now the last one, this star sesame oil hair serum. The last one is my favorite. This sesame oil serum. This can be used on any type of hair. You can use it on damaged hair, dry hair, color treated hair, anything at all. This one I use the most because I myself, you can see I have a long hair, right? And my hair always get messy after shampooing or after I waking up. I just put this a few drops on my head and on my hair, and voila, I can tie my hair more easily. I love this one. And what makes our hair serum so special is, well, when you use a skincare product like a serum or cream, it will take like a weeks or months to see the result, right? But with this hair serum, you just put a few drops on your hair and you can see the result right away. You can see the result within 5 minutes. Actually, it's work great on both man and on the woman. Here is the full picture of our farm. And that's it. Okay, one last thing. If you guys out there, if you love our product, please don't just buy it for your mom or your partner. You should buy it for yourself, you know. Just like me, because it works great on the man also. And that's it. That's it for today. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time. Now, if you have any question at all, please feel free to ask. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your presentation. If anyone has any questions, please use the raise hand reactions function, and then we'll be able to unmute you so you can ask your questions directly to Sita.
Yeah.
Yes, Jack, do you have a question?
May
Hi,
I
Jack.
ask a question?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Sure. Kun Alan, may I ask you in English for everyone to understand?
Yeah. Please feel free to ask me.
Sure. Okay. By the way, I found out some point that kindly prepare information also on the note of the indication of usage on the product. For example, why we don't allow the 6 no's on the product. For example, what wrong to the paraben? What wrong to alcohol, for example? In some points, some products, alcohol will enhance the quality of the products. But why do Sita choose not to use the alcohol, for example? Okay, that is the first question.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. May I answer you right now?
Okay, sure.
Okay, that is a very good question. I get this question all the time. Why don't you use alcohol? Well, it is very simple because alcohol, as far as I know, the alcohol will cause a skin irritation on many of our customer, and what I see from the feedback and what I study. Yeah, alcohol may contain some useful something that may be useful to the skin, but many consumer or many buyer feel that the product with alcohol will cause the dryness on the skin, and someone will react to the alcohol in a bad way, like they got a rash, or they got an yeast or something like that. So we should. So this is the reason why we decide not to put alcohol in our product. Okay.
Thank you, Kunalan. Makes sense.
You are welcome.
Okay. Can I have some question?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Regarding sunscreen, okay, I found out that you put something like 3 no, but I found out 1 no, which is I want to explain, such as why is no fragrance of whatever extract, would you allow the fragrance of the natural from, let's say, the sunflower seed, or you just block it? You just don't allow any fragrance into the products.
Okay, that is.
We cannot hear you well. I think the signal is the connection is very weak.
You mean Jack connection is weak?
Yeah. Can you repeat the questions?
Okay, second question. I found out the sunscreen, which is they are kind of like three no. One of those is no fragrance. I just wonder, would you allow the fragrance from natural sunflower seed allow into your products, or you just block it? Totally not.
Okay, that is another good question, and my answer is okay. For some reason, I will answer it out. Firstly, the fragrance that we put in the product. If you put too much fragrance, it will cause a skin irritation, and secondly, okay. There is not enough. We don't have that's much ingredient to cause the fragrance that we can smell. Okay. I'm not sure how to answer it, but generally the fragrance in the product, if you put the fragrance in too much, it will cause skin irritation. Yes, that's my answer.
Okay, thank you. My last question is, I hope the all products would have also the Thai indication of the usage, right? I mean Thai language, because we are marketing for Thai consumers, so we should also have not just only in English. That's what I hope. Isn't it?
Okay. You want us to put an English or Vietnamese label on our product, right?
If possible, yes. If Dusita plan to expand the market to Vietnam, so you should also have the Vietnamese leaflet,
Yeah. Okay. I got you. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. We plan to export our product to many countries, Vietnam included, and we will use a sticker that has English language or Vietnamese language or any language that we will export and put it back on the label of our product anyway when we exporting. So you don't have to worry about this at all. I'm assure you when our product lies in Vietnam, we will have Vietnamese and English label.
May I speak a bit on this one?
Yes, go ahead, Noi.
Okay, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Kun Jack. I just sorry for interrupting. I think I want to help clarify the last question from Kun Jack. Kun Jack was asking if the product has Thai indication because the market will be in Thailand.
Correct.
So
that is the point.
I want to clarify that on the packaging of the products of Dusita, we have both Thai and English. So basically, there will be clarity on product information in Thai on the product packaging. However, for the slide presentation later, Dusita team can prepare that in Thai language. Just for today only that we have a meeting in English. So the slide presentation was specifically prepared in English. But in the future,
glad to hear that, Kunal. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, thank you so much, Jack, for your questions. And also thank you so much, Dusita, for your presentation. Ms. Nhum, can you introduce us to our second supplier for this evening?
Yes, so thank you, Mr. Aaron and Ms. Noi for the presentation about Dusita. So we move to the next supplier. So here we have Pure Thai Natural. And I want to introduce Ms. Marika to give us some information about this product. So please welcome Ms. Marika. Marika, can you hear me?
Marika, please use the raise hand function so we can spotlight you and then also unmute you.
Ms. Marika, can you raise your hand?
I'm here. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly.
Thank you. Thank you for having me this evening and welcome to everyone from Chiang Mai here. I am going to share my screen to you. Our business has been operating here in Chiang Mai, in Thailand actually, for almost 20 years, under this name for 17 of those years. And we are a very different company to most other suppliers. We do things differently and we have a very different ethos, and that makes us, I think, quite attractive to people that are looking to sell something different. And Thailand is certainly coming of age. What makes us different? We're a social enterprise business, which means that we don't just focus on profit or trying to sell things. We're actually about skill share and environment. We are absolutely Thai. I'm the mother of the owner of our Thai company, my daughter, Ploy, and we are exclusively working only with Thai culture, Thai tradition, and natural Thai medicine plants, and that makes us pretty different. We don't use extracts that come from outside of Thailand. We don't import ingredients. We are very uniquely, patriotically Thai. And for that reason, a lot of Thai people really like our products. We are interested in sustainability, 110%. We only work with ethnic hill tribe communities for our ingredients, and there are multiple reasons for that. But for instance, we don't do flatland farming. We work on the mountains where the ingredients are purely organic. We're a fair trade company. We pay our workers up to 3 times as much as they earn on the open market in Thailand. We don't think exploitation is a good idea. And we specifically work with people who have very poor job opportunities. I'm specifically talking about women and young girls who are the victims of sex trafficking, people who come from the hill tribes around Thailand. We have a very specific production model that is about handmade, because we are specifically looking to create employment and low technical skills. We are a family business. We are 90% family owned. And we believe that we can do good in the world by the products that we choose. We don't want to be part of a model that destroys Thailand. Our best-selling product by far is our insect repellent. And Kun Ellen, I thought it would be very interesting to comment on this. We, for instance, don't use chemical alcohol. We use only ethyl alcohol in our insect repellent. But we equally make a beeswax version of our insect repellent, which we supply to a number of detox resorts around Thailand. Our insect repellents are very different from anything else you will find out there. We supply, just yesterday, I shipped 1,000 bottles to Kamalaya, which is one of the most high-end health resorts in Koh Samui. They've been buying our product for 6 years. And the product works because it's made with organic neem extract. Now, in Thailand, we call neem, it's called sadao. I should say at this point that I speak fluent Thai, and I'm very willing and able to present and prepare all of our information in Thai. Our packaging is 100% bilingual, and all of our packaging has a scan here for Chinese, which is being put into play at the moment. We have a very large clientele amongst the Hong Kong and Chinese living in and around Bangkok. Our insect repellents are that we've been selling them for 17 years across Thailand. We export to 26 different countries. Our product is so clean you could literally eat it. You may notice that we don't use plastic packaging at all. We don't believe in degrading a fine organic product by putting it in plastic. I don't know if you know this, but if you take a nice organic product and you put it in a plastic bottle, if you lab test it 3 weeks later, you can actually find traces of the plastic inside the product. We think that's a really poor idea. We think microplastics damage the environment. And so we package in aluminium. It's really, really, really important that we stop being part of the problem for Thailand and we start dealing with sustainability. Our insect repellents are safe for small children. And as I say, we've been selling them right across Thailand now for 17 years. We make an unusual product. Any Thai market, any Thai shop you go to will sell you a Thai healing balm that the Thai people call yamong, tiger balm, if you will. And nearly all the tiger balm on the market now is made with harmful petrochemicals and fake smells. We make it the way that the Thai grandmas used to make it. We use natural beeswax. We use essential oils. It's critically important that if you're using any kind of a natural product, whether that be for massage or for your shoulder after golf or your sore knee after basketball, that it not in fact introduce harmful chemicals into your system. So our products that we'll be putting with BCA, these two in particular, the healing and warming balm, they are products that all Thai people understand. We actually supply them, for instance, to Nissan Chiang Mai here recently for their Christmas baskets. We supply these products to agoda.com right across Thailand. We have face masks and face product and body scrubs that are unique and different in Thailand. There is no one making anything like this. We don't use dairy product at all in our ingredients. Many vegan people now refuse to use products that contain milk or yogurt extracts. However, our powdered products are very happily mixed with mashed fruit, yogurt, or honey. We supply one of the biggest spas here in Chiang Mai, Chiva Spa, and we've been asked to submit product for the Thailand Spa Awards under their organic category. We really produce a premium product, but at a budget price. We keep our packaging really simple for sustainable reasons. And we have 4 streams across our face masks and scrubs. We have neem, which the Thai call sadao, moringa, which is called marum. We use banana flowers, and we use chocolate or raw cacao. Our scrubs and masks all use organic black rice, which is incredibly softening for the skin. And we use bentonite clay. All of our skin products, our dry scrubs and masks, contain black rice. And there's a very interesting scientific reason for that. Rice water has been traditionally used in Thailand as a skin softener. And there are clinical studies which show that using rice product on your skin will improve the moisture retention by up to 11%. You actually don't need to use a moisturizer if you're using the right product on your skin. Our skin products are perfect for super sensitive or problem skins. We have a lot of customers who come to us with severe acne. We have multiple customers, for instance, who are using our products on psoriasis or eczema, extremely common in Thailand and becoming more so because of the chemicals that people are exposing themselves to. We produce lip balm. Lip balm is one of those things that almost everyone in Thailand, in fact, everyone in the world pretty much uses, but in Asia more so, specifically people who are riding motorbikes. One of the amazing facts about lip balm is a lot of the lip product you buy is actually not edible. Our lip balm is so edible you can eat it with a spoon. We use natural food grade products. We package it in little aluminium containers. Over 40% of the product you put on your lip will end up in your bloodstream or in your actual gut. So the fact that we are putting something 100% natural and organic on your lips really, really matters. We buy our vanilla pods for our vanilla beeswax balm. We buy it from the organic farmers up in Doi Tung, right on the northern border here with Burma. And it's fabulous in the sense that we're able to sustain very, very small businesses that really produce a premium product that you don't find anywhere else in Asia. As I said, all of our packaging is bilingual and easy to use. We produce magnesium. We're one of the only suppliers of magnesium product in Thailand. And magnesium is one of those products that's becoming increasingly available and interesting for the health market. Magnesium spray on your skin helps with muscle stiffness and soreness. It's something that people use for depression. It's used for helping athletes, golf people, that kind of stuff. But it's particularly used for anxiety and sleep. It's perfectly safe, and it's better than actually taking magnesium in vitamin form, in the sense that it's far more bioavailable to you that way. It's a sought after product that you will find internationally. It isn't well known in Thailand, but the people who know it choose it every time. It's one of actually our biggest selling product on our website and has been for the last 18 months or so. Our product support is what is going to be very, very important for the agents here selling into the Thai market. Thai people have a particularly big learning curve in terms of understanding the organic ingredients and why, for instance, we shouldn't be buying stuff in plastic packaging, why the environment matters, why the old Thai culture really is worth preserving. My Thai daughter that you can see there on screen, she's actually the major shareholder. She's studying physiotherapy in Europe. She speaks fluent Thai and she helps me with the translation of our written materials into Thai. We have obviously Thai staff who are available constantly, but I speak Thai, and it's really, really important that as a sales tool that you have more than just some pretty pictures. We will be launching a bilingual podcast in the next week or so. It's called Natural Impact, and it will be available on Spotify to help all the agents understand the detail behind the product. For instance, many Thai people don't understand that neem or sadao has been used in India and Ayurveda for over 5,000 years. It grows like a weed in Thailand. You can see it growing on the side of the road. But helping Thai people to understand in their own language, in their own way, is a very, very, very important tool to underpinning good sales with the agents who are selling in Thailand. So our new podcast will be available free for anyone who wants to have it. And it's also a very, very simple way for you to explain product without having to do the whole sales pitch. We are happy to set up regular chat groups and training sessions and host webinars in whatever way that you need. We can do those in Thai, English. I actually speak 5 languages, but I think Thai and English are the most relevant at this point. We are particularly interested to help agents who are interested in natural, organic, sustainable, and celebrating everything that is fabulous about Thailand. I'd love to hear some questions from you. We are, like I said at the beginning, a different company in every shape and sense of the word. So please ask away.
Yes, go ahead, Jack.
Well, I'm so happy to hear your presentation using the natural materials or ingredient. All right, but I heard that most of the products are from the Hill tribe ethnic group in the north of Thailand. Okay, but
the ingredients, we buy the raw materials only from them. We produce everything ourselves in Thai FDA approved premises.
Okay, my question is, would you mind to define what is your definition regarding the organic in terms of the isolation?
Absolutely. And I'll tell you why. We used to buy ingredients, and for instance, we used to actually sell a natural soap that we had someone else make for us. And because we've been exporting to Japan for a long time, we discovered that Thai organic isn't really working for us in terms of export, because very, very often the products fail the lab testing process in Switzerland, in Japan, in France. And so we have very, very rigid standards. We don't subscribe to the Thai government standards for organic because they're frankly not good enough. We lab test, we visit the people, and the reality is that the farmers we are working with are too poor to buy chemicals, and they are too geographically separate to be able to transport them. And so what we're expecting to do in the next probably 4 to 6 to 8 weeks is to start a QR. It's actually why we've put the QR scan on our packs, is that we would like you to be able to see the lab test results and the GPS coordinates of where the stuff was grown. It's really, really, really important. And I know this because I've been to several organic Thai farmers, and I've asked them, for instance, where do they get the water to water their plants, particularly one of our Jiagalan tea growers here in Chiang Mai. And she very proudly showed me that she takes it from the groundwater. And I asked her, has she ever tested the groundwater? Has she ever understood that the chemical runoff in the water is the biggest problem? And to be honest, she had no idea. She was organically certified. I tested her water and it failed miserably. She was using toxic chemical water that was coming from a factory down the road. We choose growers that are working high on the mountains, particularly around Mae Sariang. And the reason we do that is because the water there can never be contaminated by factories. There are no factories where we are growing our product. It's critically important. It's also why we grow around Mae Sariang and, for instance, not around Chiang Rai or not on the northern border around Loei, because there are too many factories dumping waste into the groundwater. So we're in the process of developing we call it on the blockchain, with a group called provenance.org, where we can put a record of the soil test, the geographical coordinates, the farmers who harvested it, the date harvest batches, all into a small database that you can access through your QR code. The Thai government is 50 years behind us in that regard. And honestly, we don't think that organic Thai standards are good enough. The other thing to say is, in order to gain organic accreditation that would suffice for instance, exporting product to China, you have to have a 7-kilometer buffer zone that is having protected waterways. The size of the land masses in Thailand don't allow that. The farmlands here are too small. And so it's really, really important that we create a new model for organic. And that's part of what we've been doing now for probably the last 15 years, is identifying those unique pockets of land across the Thai-Burmese border that are cleaner than almost anywhere in the world. And they're clean because of their geographical location. They're not suitable for factories, and they're on the high mountain peaks, which means you don't get the chemical runoff into the water supply. It's a really complicated argument, Jack. I hope that helps a bit.
Thank you, Marika. Thank you. I want to say some word that I never heard from any other source that the insect repellent, it is edible. This is first time ever that I heard it.
I have to tell you, it tastes terrible. It's really bitter, but you can actually eat it.
Sadao is very bitter. I know that. It's in my the farmland. It has plenty of sadao.
Yes, and what I should say, and I should have said this at the beginning, the reason I started this journey, I was diagnosed with terminal cancer when I was 27. And the doctor told me I had 3 years to live. I should add that I'm nearly 60, so I'm not in bad shape for my age. And I came to Thailand to fast and detox, and I became well here. And I became well here because of the natural ingredients that I encountered. But when I tried to buy products, they just weren't available. A lot of Thai people take Thai herbs and Thai things, and they try to produce a Western product in a pretty plastic pack. And that's definitely nothing that I want to do. And so we have taken a completely different approach. I know, because I do a lot of blood testing and liver testing to check on my own personal health on a regular basis. I know that stuff that you put on your skin will end up in your bloodstream within a couple of hours. You can measure it. And it's really, really, really important that the products we put on our skin are clean enough that we could eat them, because our skin literally is eating them. It's so important. And the research is there. It's just not out there in Thai language. It's not out there in a way that people understand yet. And that's my kind of mission in the next 10 years, is to make this story popular and understandable for the average Thai person.
Thank you, Marika. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Anyone else?
Hello, Marika. I'm Thủy. Do you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for your presentation. And honestly, I work in tourism, and I really love whatever involved in sustainable. And I get like very interested into your presentation and your products. I work at BCA for almost 1.5 years now. And I know that like with your product have a very good story to tell, and you can show you're passionate about the product, and you can, I mean, if like the presenter, if the trainer later can show it in the presentation. For first, you have to convince agents to believe your product is different and really good. Yeah, compared with another product. So my suggestion is, I don't know if you have any kind of demo to show the agents that your product, of course, organic product is always higher price than any other kind of product around.
It doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be, honestly.
Yeah, so if it's not so high, then it's perfect. And I hope that later you can find out a way to demo, for example, in the meeting like this for the agents to know like how your product is different from another product. And then I think it will be very good to convince agents first that the product is really like organic.
It's difficult for me to do that under Thai law, and I'll explain to you why. I have a friend here in Chiang Mai who retails my product at his health food store, and his wife had a baby, and they went off and they brought a leading Thai brand of insect repellent that's specifically designed for young children. And he asked me what I thought of it, and I looked at the product label at the back, and I said to him, I wouldn't put this on my dog, let alone my baby. And he said, oh, this is a very successful Thai brand. They are doing really well. Why wouldn't you put this on your child? And there were 5 ingredients listed that have been banned in other countries that Thailand thinks is acceptable to put on the skin for Thai children. Now, I'm not able to do that legally. I'm not legally able to talk about it. I actually did write a blog about it, and I, with great care, removed the name of the company. Defamation law in Thailand doesn't allow us to do that. But I do write and blog about this stuff quite a lot, and I expect to be putting that available in Thai so that people can understand what makes Thai products, organic products, often fail internationally and why we're different. I'll give you an example. For instance, most Thai organic products that use essential oil for the fragrance agent also use what we call fragrance oil. Now, fragrance oil is basically about 90% pure chemical preservative with fake smell that you do not have to disclose the ingredients of. Now, if you use lavender essential oil plus lavender fragrance oil, your average Thai person thinks that that's organic. But the reality is that the fragrance oil is acting as a preservative in the product, and it's a cheating way of going around it. Now, it's very difficult for me to do this part of the story because, firstly, Thai law doesn't allow me to. And secondly, Thai culture doesn't like to be shamed. And so the way that I work around that is I very, very gently and slowly start explaining to people why plastic packaging is actually harmful, why you shouldn't be using emollients, why there are certain ingredients that are harmful. And people don't always want to believe it, but the people who are interested in good natural health, they will buy our product every time. And we've found that over time that we're not for everyone, and that's okay. But if you are having, for instance, health challenges, if you have skin problems, if you have cancer, which is really common in Thailand at the moment, if you're trying to reduce your chemical load, you want it to be as clean as possible. So the podcasting and the blogging is really important to show people how and why we're different. It's not a simple 3-slide discussion, unfortunately. It's really complicated. And there is a lot of what we call greenwashing in Thailand. It's really harsh and really not nice to have to say that, but it's true. There are a lot of people calling themselves natural that really are using very harmful ingredients. And step by step, I would like to develop a dialogue with those agents who like what I do and maybe have a weekly chat, give them the information in Thai, make sure that they understand why product A is different from product B. I'll give you another really simple example. We make our insect repellent uses lemongrass essential oil. Now in Thai, there's dakrai ban and dakrai hom. Dakrai ban is actually citronella and dakrai hom is lemongrass. Lemongrass far outperforms citronella as a insect repellent in clinical studies, but they have the same name in Thai. They're just colloquially called dakrai. So lots of the essential natural organic repellents that you see use citronella, and they're not as effective because they don't specify whether it's dakrai ban or dakrai hom. And Thai people don't even often know the difference themselves. They know that one you can eat and one you can't eat, but they don't understand the difference in terms of clinical efficacy or which types of mosquitoes they repel. So it's a pretty steep curve, and I think it is important that there be a really healthy, steady dialogue with the team of organic agents, if you will, the agents who are interested in sustainable and organic. I'm available to do this every week in depth about products, answer questions, give people information in Thai. It really matters. I'm going to be 59 very shortly, and I believe it's because I've cut the chemicals out of my life. And I know that a lot of Thai people are very, very interested in this story. So I hope that's helpful.
Okay, thank you so much. And I think maybe I was not so clear, so make you understand about me talking about demo. And in Vietnam, of course, when we demo, we are not showing like a logo or whatever of another product. I mean that we maybe in later we can find a way to make it like legally, and like there's the way, always a way. And greenwashing is happening anywhere, and is horrible in Vietnam also. But yeah, of course, we have a big group of like people are loving sustainable product like I am, or like a lot of other agents in BCA. And okay, thank you so much for your answer. And that's it for me right now. Thank you.
Pleasure.
If anyone else has any other questions, please use the raise hand reaction. Going once, going twice. Okay, so I think no other questions for Marika tonight. Thank you so much, Marika, for your presentation. Very informative. Okay, so everyone, this will conclude our first matching meeting. We will have some additional information about then how you can get in touch with our suppliers very shortly. We'll be posting into the group. So again, thank you everyone who attended this meeting. And a big thank you to our two suppliers, Desita and Pure Thai Naturals. Thank you very much. Okay, everyone, thank you for your time, and we'll be talking to you very soon. Also, if you are interested in selling these products, please tell your agent, your head agent, which products you are interested in, and then we will work to get you these products as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and good night, everyone.
Okay, thank you so much. Good night, everyone. See you later.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.